Now, the next required part of the look is the blush. And remember, we don't want to do like a bright pink. We want either like a mauve, like a purpley, or a red. Just to have that more mature look. We don't want the like dull look with like a bright pink. So I have this brush here that looks more like an apple, kind of like the shape of your cheek. That's going to get the best shape with this color. So I have my purpley blush here. I'm just going to tap it in to the container, and then I'm going to tap it into the lid. Just help get some of the excess product off like this. That way I don't get blush everywhere. And you're going to want to find this like most round part of your cheek. So I have a little bit of fluff on my face. So what I would do is look for where you can feel the bone the most. And you'll just go along just under it. Not like right on top, because then it gets too close to the eye. You want to, so if right here is where I feel my bone, I want to go just underneath it. And you're going to go up here, kind of like where your glasses would be if you wore glasses, and then kind of swoop down a little bit like the Nike sign. Going up and down. And you want to get it far onto your cheek this way in the front, and then up on the side. You're just swiping it on, circular motions like this. It's a little hard to see. Let me see if I can get some extra light on there. I don't see any else over there. I think Maggie might have one. Yeah, it's a little hard to see. So you can kind of see where it's a little more pink now. Now, because this is show makeup, you are going to hear me say it is not enough blush. So you really got to get in there with the blush. But again, don't make yourself look like a doll too much. And then if you have any harsh lines, you can take your foundation brush, kind of buff that out. See, now you can see there's color on my face here and here. Even with the bad lighting, you can still tell that there's pink. Well, it's like purple. But you can still see that there's color here. And I'm going to go and do the other side. Tapping off the excess product. And doing my Nike swoop. You have a very big personality. You just no personality, big personality. I definitely want to get comfortable on it. At this point, I have a suggestion. I don't have enough drink yet. It's done, but now I'm going to move on to my phone. I am taking an elf face. And as you can see there, you can see that there's color here and it's paler here, even as I move into the different lighting. Yeah, definitely want very pigmented cheekbones. And then if you have little like the apples, like there's a round spot on your face, definitely emphasize that too. And as I'm smiling, you can see that line that gives me definition from far away that makes your cheekbones look really nice. But obviously up close, it looks a little terrifying. That is okay. Okay, so that is blush. And now it's all over my computer too. Okay, and then if you are someone who has bronzer and wants to use bronzer, I have a foundation stick or an actual bronzer. I'll do one on each side. I'll do powder on this side and then the stick on this side so you can see how that blends out. Also, if you have a cream blush, like I have a cream blush here, it's really the same thing like you would do with foundation. Like I can put a little bit on here. I'm just going to tap it on. You can see it's definitely a lot more on the pink side. And then take my sponge and just tap that out and blend it into the powder. And that's another thing, like you could use the cream or powder, whatever you prefer, whatever you have. Or you can layer it, kind of like I did. I did the mauve and then I have the pink. You just don't want them to be two completely different colors or you're going to look like you have stripes on your face. I'm just going to cover that. Blend it. Blend it. Okay. So for the bronzer, I usually use a flatter brush like the foundation brush. And that, I go from like where my ear is and then go like this. And follow it down to where it pinches in. That's usually how I do that. I'll start with like a solid line and then I just kind of buff it out. And then if you really want to accentuate your cheekbone, you can go up along your Nike swoosh too. This is not a very dark bronzer. And then I will also go on the outside of my cheekbone, or my jawbone, to just give my jaw a little more definition, a little bit of contour. Again, this is not part of the required look. This is just something that you can do if you have the products to do it, but I'm not asking you to do that. Okay, and then on this side, I have my bronzer stick. I'm just tapping it along that same line. Head on the other side. Taking my sponge. And just trying to dab it out. Trying not to swipe too much. But sometimes you have to blend it properly. This is a really dark bronzer. It's honestly probably not even the right shade for me. So it looks a little wonky. Please, follow that Nike swoop. Follow the line up to your ear. Get some nice shadow. And then same thing. You could tap it behind your jawline. And dab. And spread that look out to add some shadow on your jawline. You can see you've got more definition there now. Yeah. So, that is foundation, blush, and bronzer. And then, if you have a setting powder, you can use the same brush you used for your blush, so your fluffier brush. And then this goes on your whole face. I usually start on my cheeks and my eyes, and my nose, and my lips, and my chin, and my forehead. And then I just kind of circle everything out Cover everything. Just get everything nice and coated. There we go. And whether you have setting powder or setting spray or both, it doesn't matter. I like both because I will sweat my makeup off. That is who I am. And then I'm going to give my last salt spritz. And then fan. Let it dry. Okay. So that is your base look. And then I'll post one with the eyeshadow and lips.